Do you have any projects or photos that have just stuck with you for one reason or another?
Yeah, there's always an image that probably looks really easy, and it ends up being like the hardest thing in the world to shoot. Like from the last extraction when we were shooting in Czech Republic, and we there's a helicopter shot that I did, and I'm standing I'm standing on top of a train, and the helicopter came in, and all these guys are jumping out, getting off, and then Fred North, the helicopter pilot, he's banked the chopper to get out of the way, and there was one more guy left in there, Chili Palmer, and he's jumped out, and he's like mid-air, like halfway between the chopper and the roof of the train, and the train's doing 80 kilometers an hour, and it was like it just froze in time, and my instinct was to zoom in on Chili as he was jumping out, but there's something in my head that just said, no, hold it. And I'm full frame. When you see this, I'm sure you've seen it or you will see it, but I kept it full frame, and it's like the tail rotor is like 3 meters away from me. Again, I'm totally safe. It's all, I'm protected. I've got an exit. I've got an out. But it's an insane shot, and it could have been ruined from me wanting to go for the action, and then it just would have looked like anything else. But the way that it was captured in the end was just, I don't know. I just love the fact that I was able to hold myself together and not have the little, well, what would it have been? The devil or the angel telling me to zoom in? Probably the angel would have been telling me to zoom in, and the devil was like, hold it.
Do you often get that? You feel conflicted about what to focus on and what to do?
Every day. And I think, especially with action, and I think that is probably why I like to use multiple cameras, because I don't know. And, when I set up a camera rig, none of them might go off, and it'll just be the physical camera that does. So, I guess I'm a bit like hedging my bets at a casino, but it's I'd like to say it's not always like that, but it probably is actually. And I hate the thought of missing out on something. Like, even when, if we do multiple takes, I'll move in, to get everything I can. Especially when we're doing like wider coverage, I can get all my shots in the wider coverage by moving around. Because sometimes these days, you can pop in and it'll be like, the camera will be, maybe 30 centimeters to 45 centimeters away from a face, and there's nothing for me there. So I need to try and get everything that I want as soon as I can, and then I can walk away and go and edit, and I'll come back and do some behind the scenes images.